This is Chris from Cannon's Fish Keeping. I just want to, talk about the things that got me into the fish industry, fish hobby, how old I was, and the fish that I liked. Fortunately, I no longer have any of those fish or the fish aquariums or anything like that. So as I'm talking, I'm just going to talk and I guess let you see my fish that I have now. So yeah, I was roughly about 16, 17 when I first got into the hobby. My very first aquarium was a 20-gallon hexagon. In that I had stuff like, tetras, I had some tiger barbs, a couple of angelfish. I really didn't know much about the fish industry and the fish hobby when I was like 16 years old. But I knew I had a passion for it, and then I started getting into bigger fish. It's funny because my first Oscar I bought was from Walmart, when Walmart sold fish. Ironically, they sold fish. I find that kind of funny because now they don't. But they told me that this fish can go in with community fish, It was a great addition to any community tank. Well, after having this Oscar in a 20-gallon and I guess you could say trial and error, after him eating pretty much all my other fish, I was asking myself, well, why is this fish eating my other fish? So then I started doing some research and I found a lot out about, the Oscar. And I was more intrigued. So then I remember talking to my dad saying, hey, I'm going to need like a bigger fish aquarium. Of course, my old man, he just would shake his head at me and, call me an idiot. That's what he would do. So then I remember getting this aquarium. Somebody had it on Kijiji, posted for like a 75-gallon aquarium. Lo and behold, when we put it in my dad's van, he looked at me, he's like, there's no way that aquarium's 75 gallons. He's like, it's got to be at least a 100-gallon aquarium. So I started doing all the dimensions, and I found out by calculating how big this tank was that it was actually around 180 gallons. And I only got it for $150 with Flowable 404 canister filter, pretty much everything I needed for my Oscar. So we get home, and at the time, my dad was kind of hesitant, about, a big aquarium like that in the house. Lo and behold, my dad took more of a liking to the Oscar fish than I thought he would. Because it became a little thing, Every weekend we'd go buy some feeder goldfish, and we'd throw it in the tank and, watch this Oscar just, devour the fish. Well, then later on, with him being in this one aquarium, my dad's like, hey, well, why don't you get another Oscar? He's like, I kind of like those. So me and my dad, we went out and we picked out, another Oscar for my Oscar fish. And then this just became the love of fish for me. Getting those Oscar fish, water dogs, how incredible they are. I ended up with 2 Oscar fish, so probably about, I'd say roughly 12, 13 inches. And then I also had a Jack Dempsey in with them. But that didn't stop there. And then I ended up getting, I had, 255s. I had 220s and a 10-gallon. And in the 155, I remember at one time I had scats. People know scats are a brackish fish. And I don't know, I thought they were boring. So then I traded them in. I got myself a couple more South American cichlids like green terrors. I'm familiar with those, and I had that in one of those tanks. Later on, I moved him to the 180. But my Oscar didn't like him and kind of ate him, which was ironic because Oscars aren't really, aggressive fish, but they will eat anything that fit in their mouth. And that's pretty much how I got into the love of the fish. I stopped fish keeping for a very long time. And then once COVID hit, I looked at my wife. I'm like, hey, I want to buy another aquarium. And here we are, 3 aquariums later. And this one that you're looking at is what I have right now. This is pretty much my South American community tank. That little blue convict polar, whatever it is, over there in the corner there. He is actually one of the first ones in this aquarium. Him. You don't see the Jack Dempsey right now, but yeah. There's we call him Noodle, the bush here. He's actually become one of my favorites. He's pretty cool, actually. I never knew about those fish until, you know, COVID hit, and then we're like, hey, let's go buy some fish. And then you see my one Geophagus down there, my blood parrot. Oh, there's the other Geophagus. That little Geophagus there, that's the Geophagus steindacheri. He's actually pretty cool. There's my one loach. I don't know if you can see that little guy right there. Where is he? You might not be able to see him. Right beside that Geophagus there. That's my Locellii. And then you can see the electric blue. Okay. Alright everybody, I'm gonna finish this video here. I would like to hear what got you into the fish hobby and your first aquariums and any fish stories. Leave in the comments. And that wraps it up today, guys. Y'all have a good one. Peace.